The next speaker, whom I'm honored to know, is Imam Syed Nabil Abbas from the Islamic Lebanese Center in Montreal. He's a delegate of Ayatollah Sistani for the Shiite community of Canada and one of the trustees of that community on the North American continent. And in terms of trying to find non-violent solutions, the quote that came to me for you, dear Imam Abbas, is don't kill two birds with one stone, rather feed two birds in one nest. Syed.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Our dear Minister Kenny, our dear Member of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Nowadays, the events seen in some countries in the Middle East, especially in the Arab and Muslim worlds, as sectarian violence is a matter worthy of care and attention in order to examine this sedition phenomenon that began to grow globally. And its danger starts to given up to all countries across the globe, and more recently to our dear country, Canada. From this position, it was necessary from the sane and concerned people to assume responsibilities in determining the reasons behind this violence and to develop practical solutions to address them and to at least scale them down, especially as promoted globally, where there is an apparent attempt to endorsement of what is happening, as if the conflict between Shia and Sunni, which and true, unfounded altogether. So it's necessary to clarify the following matters. One of the main causes of violence factors comes as a result of ignorance, and in particular, the instructed ignorance. Ignorance cannot be cured without restrict the education, the knowledge and awareness of religion, as well as the purposes of the law by the scholars who have a piety, moderation, and who calls using good wordings only. Ignorance cannot be cured by all others who wear religious clothes and impersonating their names, and they say only what angry the Lord and disperse the groups. These people wanted or did not want, they achieved purposes serving malignant political agendas, which does not want safety for people and stability to homelands. Based on above analysis, we deplore and condemn all those who use religion, doctrine, and faith of the people as cover to achieve whatever personal objectives. One of the most highlighted results of this rampant violence is defamation of the image of religions and sects, and the planting of barriers and dams among them and between them, and the possibility that can be seen by anyone else not among their followers. Accordingly, the use of such disturbing phenomenon, which is usually accompanied by conglomerates and ditching sectarian. All this will encourage ignorant to legitimize abuses, bloodshed, and violation of privacy, which is the ultimate crime. In a rapid and urgent manner, the best effective solutions amid the current circumstances can be applied in two phases. One, long-term solution is to make unremitting efforts to build a solid base for subsequent generations in order to protect them from relying on extremism and violence. This is the responsibility of authorities of the Islamic leading scientific and religious institutions, as well as the Islamic associations and centers, so that intensify efforts and do more of educational tutorials designed under the supervision of specialists in the science of religion and biography of righteous. In addition, this requires training in the art of handling and coexistence with others, and to strengthen the will to eliminate the despair and hesitations, as well as the mental disorders, trying to control even on addiction, alcohol, and other intellectual and behavioral challenges through various means of education, such as camps, brochures, acoustics, and modern visuals. Second, at the short term, proceed to the immediate cessation of any process of charging sectarian or doctrinal and cracking down on foster and practitioners and shame and slander them and pampering them and the need to adopt. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying in our Holy Quran, and tell the people well. Establish quick and periodic cycles in order to develop centers and mosques, imams and preachers, capitalists on the most effective method to serve religion and advocacy to distinguish them from the state officials and department that which sedition and division. And this pursuant to the Almighty saying, call to the path of your Lord through wisdom and good advice. Activate and encourage the communication movement and the closer links and convergence between scientists and imams and officials of the religion centers and associations which take care of religion logistics. In this regard, I acknowledge our precious sister, Madame Salma Siddiqui, and for her team on their effort, and we hope more in this regard. In conclusion, we all condemn any attempt to tamper with the security and the public safety in Canada, and we consider it taboo legally and not only morally. Also, those who commit these acts, if they are interested in who is their religion, then they do not help themselves and are responsible in the future at the doomsday for their unacceptable acts. In this regard, we must warn Canadian officials to the need to take care of the judicial records of people who accept as immigrants to this generous country in their home countries, so that we can trust to our future and the future of our children in our home Canada. And we attract attention of authorities not to focus their verification on language only. The cooperation between Muslims, Shia and Sunni will be achieving the Lord satisfaction, which motivates us to unite and not divide. This cooperation will also be a prelude to peace and stability in the entire world. We are, as a Muslim community, living in the West in general, and in Canada in particular, we see ourselves as an integral part of this country, a country we have chosen to live, and rising generations. We have our rights of its citizens, and we have duties. We are not different or have special characters, and not a separate ghetto, but we are people with whom we live as Muslim, Christian, Jews, Buddhist, Hindu, Sikh, and all others. Long live to you, long live to Canada, long live to the peaceful and stable world. Peace be upon you.
Thank you again. Another memorable presentation. With two more speakers left and then the minister. It made me think, Syed, about when you say Salam Alaikum, anything, if you send a peace greeting to someone and they don't take it, there's nothing lost. But if they take it, there's much gain. So let's try every time.